Hey everybody, turn my volume down. I'm getting slicker at this, so bear with me. I wasn't going to film this afternoon, but I thought, why not? You may be sitting there with nothing on your mind and you just want to follow me. Yesterday I showed you how I went through a bunch of pages and just put down stuff, and today I'm kind of going back through with a little more intent. Let me get the live chat up. Not that. I may not have anybody again today because I didn't give anybody notice. It's going to, but I didn't. Okay, so I finished this one. I've got some washi tape, part of an old map. And so when that gets whitewashed, it'll make all that stuff cohesive. Over here I put the backing from the zigzag tape. So what do we want next? Some packaging. So I may talk and I may not, just depends. I recommend watching live videos like this one with something else going on, otherwise you're going to be bored to tears. I'll sometimes put one on at night and have an earphone in one ear and I'm watching TV. I have been known to use my iPhone then to scroll through Twitter or something. Point is, these aren't designed to take all of your attention, and basically you're just watching me play, and it's soothing to play like this, so I think it's also soothing to watch like this. So that's my story and I'm sticking to it. This is a live work session, so if you're seeing this on YouTube, any comments that are posted here won't show up in YouTube, so you can catch it later on this evening where it'll just be part of my channel. Like I did yesterday, I'm using credit cards to put the stuff on with. I'm using decoupage and Canvas Corp, not decoupage, Deco Arts and Canvas Core as much as I can. I'm using filler from other pages when I want to. Every company should get along with every other company, and there should be no shenanigans. Hey Roz, thanks for dropping in. I'm just doing a work day. I figured somebody might be interested. Doing these videos is a whole lot easier for us because we don't have to spend several hours editing and sitting at the computer, and I'm not in my computer brain right now. Don't know if I'll get back there anytime soon or not. I think I will put that right across the top. The theme for this journal is shabby chic. So I'm doing everything in soft pastels, and then I'll come back over on top of these and do some whitewashing. Yeah, that's perfect, but I don't want it going straight. I could put a little bit more coffee dyed paper towel. Paper towel and the tissue, it's easier if you put your paint down first, your glue down first. And then you can just scrunch it. And that gives you wonderful texture when you put your gesso mixture on top. And every time you put your finger on it, it's going to pull back up because that part doesn't have glue on it. Hey, Nancy. Thank you. I'm happy with it too. And this is the way I do mixed media. I have a sort of a plan, but that may only work for the beginning theme. At any time I may give it up. But as a general rule, I prefer muted colors over bright primary colors. So that's what you'll see in most of my work. Unless I'm really breaking out. Use every paint that's on the color wheel. If y'all have a question, be sure and put it in caps. You know the drill, right? Because I'm doing this by myself. I don't have anybody to help run interference for me. And today I thought that since I was trying to finish each page, I got them started yesterday, that I would just go ahead and film it. So stick around as long as you want to and leave when you need to, and that's the rules of the game. There are no rules with these live shows. Because I do understand that people have a life. And because I believe in being quiet every once in a while, it does give you a chance to watch TV or do something that requires a little more concentration. These are some little ephemeras that I got. These are mostly sea, like the beach theme. But they will work great, mainly because the colors are so similar. Did you see the one I finished before I turned the camera on? And when I whitewash this with thin gesso, it will make all these things more cohesive than they are now, which they are now because of colors. I'm going to have to let that dry. This is a piece of encaustic monoprint. See how you can see through it? The wax sinks through the paper. And I hope it holds. Let's see, I'm going to put that right here. Everything doesn't have to be overlapped perfectly. You can leave little holes here and there. So there's that. I've got all my papers stuck here today since yesterday they all fell in the floor. Oh good, there's some great ones here. I think of these little sample packs. That doesn't have a price on it. I think they're like $10, $11 maybe, under 20. They're great for this kind of use because it's all sorts of things all mixed together. Look, enjoy. Isn't that cool? I mean, oh God, I like what's on the back of it too. Oh well. Just makes it a whole lot easier than having to work with stuff you've collected from magazines. And there's a ticket. I don't want that one right now. I think I'm going to put some washi down. This is some of the old product. And it's just about not usable. See, every time I start filming, I start sniffing. Come on now. I also used, last night I was still picking glue off my hands. I did put on a layer of gloves in a bottle first. I sometimes use it when I'm pastel painting, but it might make it come off easier. Aha. See how it tears on me. Just covering up stuff. And I didn't let anybody know I was doing this, so y'all got in on it early. And it would be wise of me, that's not usually a word you use by my name, but try to pull this back so I can find it next time. I may decide this is too much trouble. There it is. There. Stick it back on itself. I think that one's done. And I'm going to put it aside as well because of that paper towel. And this is another company's paper, and I don't have their name, so we're not going to talk about it. But this is perfect. See that tearing? I pulled it toward me. If you pull it back, you'll have the white edge on this piece. Just something to be aware of. Not a rule. Don't have any rules. In fine art painting, it's kind of nice to know the rules so you'll know how to break them. But it certainly does help to know them first. In mixed media, there's nothing, no rules. Once you learn what all the different mediums do and the different kinds of paint, then you're a little less cautious. I think that's the hardest part. It's because there are so many. Do you like how I shut up? Just tear that extra piece off and put it right up there. Okay, a credit card works great for getting the bubbles out. And there's that. I've got a map that's got some great paperwork on it. Watercolor sketches. So I bought this at a thrift store. It was a whole set of them. But look how pretty the colors are to what I'm doing. But I do like those illustrations. I use a combination of torn and cut edges. Yeah, that pink paper is nice. The whole pad of it was. I think I bought it on clearance somewhere, or it could have been in Canvas Corp's warehouse, because they bought several companies and got all their inventory. So if y'all ever get a chance, come to Northwest Arkansas. On Tuesdays we have a paint along with Shannon Green, and next Saturday we're having a simple journal with Rosemary Morris, maybe. She's from Fort Smith, and Shannon. Oh, here's some corrugated paper out of this little. I've had these little boxes, these little packages of samples forever. In fact, I have some that came from Canvas Corp's first company, D&J Designs. They were big in scrapbooking back in the day. Gosh, Roz, one of my art tutors and good friends lives in Australia, Queensland, and her name is, oh shoot, it'll come to me. I don't have it right now. Lynn Diefenbach. Haven't seen her in a couple of years, obviously. I haven't been to Australia. I haven't been anywhere in a couple of years. I think she was just in the States for a Pastel Society convention. I think I'm gonna get the flower. Hey, Rosemary. I'm playing. Are you gonna come Tuesday? Did you hear your name? I just mentioned it. Rosemary Morris, guys, the one that's going to do the workshop class next Saturday. The Tuesday classes are fun because you pay $5 and you get to use any of the materials that are on the sample carts. So you get to try the Canvas Corp paints, and you just work on whatever you want to work on. Now that's going to cover up most of that one, so guess what? Quick decision making. That fits so perfectly with my theme that I want it to show, but I don't want it to cover up everything else. I wasn't going to tape this, Rosemary, but I was sitting here by myself and thought, well, why not? Okay, let's go back over here. piece of watercolor paper. Look, this is a piece of watercolor paper that has a scrap on it. I could save that to paint something on it, or I could use it. I think I'll put it back in the maybe later file. Here's a perfect perfect. My goal, Rosemary and everybody else, is just to get my pages mostly covered. And I'm using Shannon's Journaling by Fives. You can look it up. I'm doing all collage right now, and when I get a lot of pages done, then I'll go on to my second one, which I don't know what it'll be. It may be the glazing. So I intend to glaze all these with white, real thin white. Gosh, my chat just went crazy. Must be a lot of people bored this afternoon. We're getting there. The more y'all watch, the more you'll encourage me to keep doing it. Like I said, it's a whole lot easier than having to edit and stuff. That works. And there's nothing wrong with cutting out and collecting your own ephemera from magazines, but this is just cool because everything has a similar feel. Who all's here? Let me see if I can read. Rosemary, Rosemary, Rosemary. Rosemary, this is the grab box that Shannon prepared last Tuesday, and it had stuff from the warehouse that didn't go with other stuff, like the little plastic ties that you used to put price tags on clothes in the old days. It had the plastic pieces but didn't have the gun, so those will make texture. I got, I don't know, 12 CDs, and I crackled some already. See it, if you can see the crackle. Put it in the microwave with a glass of water for about 5 seconds, and it will arc, so if you're worried about messing up your microwave, don't do it. In fact, that's a hard cutting, but it would be easier with heavier shears. So you have 12 old CDs with fonts that you don't need. And this was my own challenge, Rosemary. I made it up because I thought it'd be fun to use all those products all at once in a book, and this book was in that box. Trying to challenge the other girls in the class to see. Ooh, that's a neat piece of paper. This is like a shop towel that's been printed. And these packages I had already, and they do sell these through the store. I think sample packs are, I don't know, $6.99, $12.99. Not much, and you get a whole lot in them. Canvas Corp does not throw anything away, and when they do, Rosemary gets it out of the trash. That's absorbent. The only real thing I can say about collaging is just make sure that you overlap things. So paper I'm putting down first. All these divider sheets were in the box. And this is some old washi I have. Don't encourage me, Rosemary. It's been so long since I've been at the top of my game. Now, I peeled this off the back of the even if it's white, it will still add a little texture. Nope. Stick. Because I'm only coating the backs of these pieces, I don't have to worry so much about dry time unless I'm using a piece of burlap or canvas. Now, isn't that a cute page? And I may come back in before I do the whitewash and color some of these with some mist or something, rubber stamps or something, and then whitewash. Okay, that one can go over here. Do you want to see my other ones I just finished? Here's one. And here's another one. These are the coffee dyed paper towels I took to swap on Tuesday. Don't think about it too long. We don't want to plan too much. But I pulled everything yesterday that struck my fancy. Or Friday, I guess it was. And I think it'll fit all in the little tote bag that was in my box. It's time for Just Breathe, You Got This. I think I'm going to use that side. Canvas Corp has a warped sense of humor too, because their little quotes and sayings and things are just a little bit edgy. Nice, but edgy. And we're all getting that way. Take a break from the TV and the politics. This is just therapy. Oops, same direction. That works. Hey, BJ. Doing the same thing I did yesterday. Except this time I'm actually finishing the pages instead of just putting parts and pieces on a bunch of pages. So this is just a work day, so I hope you've got something to work on so you don't get bored. Don't want anybody getting bored. It's a neat piece of burlap. I don't think I'll ever do a collage again without having one of these sample packs. Again, I'm using Deco Arts Decopage. It's designed for paper. If you don't have that, don't have a place to get it, Joann's carries some of it, if you can catch it on sale. Watered down PVA glue, Elmer's will work. And in extreme cases, you may want matte medium. Well, do away with pain. And when my pain finally went away, I had no desire to get up and do anything. I'd been sitting so long. Can't tell y'all how much easier this is, having all this stuff to choose from. Here's another piece of... I think I'm going to use the non-glossy side. It'll probably stick better. I've got my glue in a dog food container. I've got about 50 of these, maybe more. I gave away 50 a month or two ago. They're perfect for that. And you can rinse them out and reuse them. And if you don't want to do that, you can throw them away, give them away. Go back to my cantankerous washi tape. I like that edge. See, get attached to something. You don't want to cover it up. I'm even going to use that raggedy piece. Just like that. That's cool. I'm calling this my almost junk journal because this stuff was almost in recycle. So it's almost. Didn't quite make it. Nautical. That'll work. Who just dropped in? Somebody else joined us. Nancy. Yes, they do, Nancy. Go to the website. It's canvascorp.com, and they'll show the canvas packs. And they've also been known to make up some custom. They're, I want to say, anywhere from $6 to $12. saw them. Maybe under papers. Some more stamps. I need something little. Don't have to, I could leave it the way it is. Here is a piece of, oh crap. My memory is gone, guys, since I had that little stroke. This is a special Japanese paper, and you crumple it all up, and then you get it wet, and then you crumple it again, you get it wet, and then you paint on it. And if you're doing watercolor, the creases where it folds make interesting marks, kind of like stained glass. And this one I tried with encaustic, so this is wax, but that'll make a perfect texture for some of these little spots and a little bit of bright color. Something like right there. But me losing words in anything new, everybody knows me, knows I'm half crazy, so it just fits right in. I think I'm gonna call that one done. It's moving fast. Let's see. This is a piece of nautical, I think. And I think this is some of the old paper design because it's thin. After they bought 7 Gypsies, they changed the paper to a cardstock. If anybody lives close enough and wants to do Rosemary and Shannon's class next Saturday, you can sign up for that on the internet too. Okay, now I've got those little ephemera thingies. Whoops. What did I do with them? I only have a couple of them. Nautical Almanac. Upside down. BJ, no, it was just a box. You want to know what I really think? I think they were just trying to get some stuff out of their warehouse. Because they've bought companies, and when they buy them, they get crates of stuff, and sometimes it's old inventory from those places. So we just got a box of unrelated stuff, CDs with fonts on them, and here's one of my CDs. I crackled it in the microwave and cut a piece out of it to use for collage. These file folder dividers, a couple of the empty books. Gosh, what else was there? Some scrapbook snaps. you know, that no telling when they were popular. So I think we just helped get the warehouse empty. I'm the one that came up with this idea. We've got a lot of new crafters in the class. Now, remind me to put the end. See, I already lost it. Crap. I try to keep mine from being X-rated, but I'll fail miserably. Come on now, I just got it off. It's gone. And I've got glue on my fingers, so. There it is. No? Yes. This tape is just about too old. Now, if I can remember to do that next time. That's too similar. Where did I put those little things? They were little. There they are. Of all the places I could be, and there's a fly in here with me. Don't want that. It's kind of big. I don't want to cheat and get all big pieces. Y'all help me now. I'm still getting used to looking at the chat. Ooh, there's a cool one. An octopi. I told y'all yesterday, if you really want a snooze session, I'll set up a camera when I do some oil painting. It's the new thing. TV that just shows scenery, like in Finland, they put a camera on the locomotive of a train and ran video for 4 hours as the train went through the countryside. People are loving it because they want non-stress stuff. And this is about as non-stress as you can get. Wait, don't throw that piece away. Is perfect stuff. And my little studio has an oil station, a pastel station, and 2/3 of it is mixed media. Those mediums just stay right over there in their little drawer, and I don't need a whole lot of space. This stuff is spread everywhere. This is a piece of coffee dyed paper towel, and I had 2 rolls of it, and it was not a happy day the day I made this, because I didn't make it on purpose. You see, I'm a princess and my husband does everything for me. And when he was out of town, I had to make the coffee. And I did. 2 pots all over the floor. Been easier to go to Starbucks. Yes, now I have dried paper. Took some last Tuesday to the Paint with Shannon class, and we did a swap. Or not a swap, it was just, please take some of my shit. Sorry. Yes, I did that. Origins paper will not tear. Works. Yes, Felicia, they do sell them. I saw them on the store website the other day. Somebody else was saying they were having trouble finding them, but I just saw them, so I know they're on there. How about a different kind of washi? Fold the end down, Vicki. And another one done. See how easy that is? Here's one that didn't get anything yesterday. Be a good time to get into the map again. Oh wait, I've got a piece of it right here. Hold my beer and watch this shit. It's another one of my favorites. I'm going to have to refill my cup here in a minute. Bubble. Good enough for who it's for. Now let's put our little guy down there. I did too, Rosemary. Nancy, I'm so glad that I turned the camera on. I'm always conscious of other people's time, but if you put an earpiece in and you can watch TV and tune in every once in a while when you hear something or see something interesting. I've been doing that lately. Now, isn't he a cute little fella? What else have we got? I have a whole stack of stuff here. Ooh, sandy places. That'd be good. You can have some pages with a lot of stuff on them, a lot of little stuff, or a lot of big stuff, and that's too big. So I'm going to put it right here. This cardstock is so easy to get down. Yeah, BJ, I do have piles. I've worked quite a bit with Canvas Corp, and every time I go, Chris says, "Here, take some of this. Try this. Let me know what you think." So I said, "Okay, I will." Okay, we need to get away from that. How about a piece of burlap? This is a piece of burlap that I experimented on. I coated it with either matte medium or clear sanding paste. Oh, wait, stop. Liquitex clear gesso, and it has a sandy finish in it, on it. So, and then I took my regular doodle pens and doodled on it, and it worked really good. I did 3 or 4 little canvases with teacups, and I love working on Canvas Corp's raw canvas. Even for fine art, I like it. Gesso it yourself, and you can get whatever kind of texture you want. I want some stringies. Most of this stuff that I'm using is from the ephemera packs. And if they were to start selling, you can bet your bottom dollar that Chris would make more. Well, I got 2 straights. That one's just going to have to be straight. I love the canvas too. They sell raw canvas on 2-inch stretcher bars in a lot of different sizes, and they'll make customs too if you need it. That's not wanting to stick right now. I'll look at the chat while I hold it. gosh, I'm tickled that you like this. I just want to be liked. I have tried everything in the world to do pay for classes, and they just take too much time to promote. And you have to sell yourself all the time. Everything you send out has to be money off, buy now, don't be late. And I just decided I'd rather do this stuff free. So, there you have it. I am in the Tuesday classes. We're working out how to do it, but I may take an hour of each of those 3-hour classes and do an exploration of a fine art material like pastels. And they do relate to mixed media. Everybody's using pen pastels now. So it doesn't hurt to know something. You may decide that you want to take off on another tangent. The fine art painters are wanting to come do mixed media. And the mixed media people want to know a little bit more about painting, so it's a fun world out there. BJ, yeah, I do. In fact, in between my 2 surgeries, I did a ton. I did about 80 watercolors because I could do it in the living room. Let me show you. I could set up a little easel in front of my chair, and my studio was only 5 feet away, like it was a big damn deal. Here's one. I love working in monotone. I've got to come back in and remove some of this on this side of her nose. I got a little carried away. This is a tube of paint from Daniel Smith, which is a nice watercolor manufacturer, artist quality. And their chemists know that different, now I'm talking real pigments here, these don't have any other color, they're not mixed like craft paints are. So you just get a color, and then if you want it to be a little different, you mix it. This one in this tube has 3 colors in the tube. It's got ultramarine blue, and it's got a phthalo green, and I think it's alizarin crimson. But the minerals in those 3 pigments sink down into the paper at different rates. So what happens when it sinks is you get this color variation that's just really cool. See over here? So anyway, that's what I've been playing with. Here's another one. Pretty good for chair painting. I've been following the I started following the Eastern style of watercolor, where they don't draw anything first and they let the water do the work. It's real interesting how they do that, and there's a bunch of free videos. She kind of got goopy on her face, and that one didn't work. I don't know why I picked that one. So that's what I do too. Thank you. I do oils too. You didn't know this was going to be a show and tell. $4 for $13.50 total? That's great. Thank you, Felicia. These are our 2 schnauzers. And this is a self-portrait from, golly, 10 years ago, I guess. I still had red hair. Miss my red hair. I love all media. In my little 14 by 10 studio with the big closet, I have enough supplies in here that if all the stores closed tomorrow, I'd be cool. All right, back to work, girl. See, I want that to come. Let me see if I missed anything. Yeah, I love the Elegant Writer. I've done some doodles with it, and they're real cool. Thank you, guys. I love it. All right. What do I want? Just trying stuff. Picking through my pile. That's cool. That's a piece of Origins paper. Y'all, this stuff, you've got to order some of this and play with it. It's got a cottony feel. It's unlike Yupo, which is slick and plastic. This one has a tooth, and you can use any media you want on it. You can use craft paint, you can use watercolor, you can use oil, pastel. I don't know, I think I've done just about everything on it. And it will not tear. And it's the Origins line in the papers. And I've got a design in there. There's one with a cow. It was in the first group. I think it's still live. I don't know. In this business, you've got to change your product line a couple times a year. People get bored. Good. I think I should be alright. It's Elton John. On my iPod, I still have an iPod. And I love it because it's loaded with music that's important to me. BJ, there's somebody online that's doing oil painting, and you could do acrylic painting the same way. And they're using an Altoids tin, and they're squeezing out 4 or 5 colors in the bottom and using double stick tape to put a little 2 by 3 inch canvas in the lid. And they're painting some super little landscapes. Okay, bend that over. I need something here. Ah, that's perfect. It's a sampler. In a previous life, I was a stitchery person, first surface stitchery manager for Leisure Arts, and was design director for a while of everything. knit, crochet, and surface stitchery. That was in 1980. But I like paint and crafting so much better. I've always crafted. I sewed all my own clothes, and I do paint by number kits and drove my mother crazy with those. I need another one. Make placemats and napkins. I made a men's suit one time. Do your own wallpapering. I don't do that stuff anymore. But crafting has always been a big part of my life. Lots of polka dot. I think I'm gonna, wait, this one could use some stamps, couldn't it? And I learned everything I know about journaling from Shannon. I used to watch her videos. I still do when they're on. By the hour. Okay, we're going to call that one done. Let's see what's going on over here. BJ also did French hand sewing. Made my little daughter's christening gown, and that was interesting. Made with tatting from China, trim in the bodice. It was really cool. I gotta get some more stuff. But I thought Shannon thought paper dolls were the devil. I mean dolls, period. So there went my presser downer tool. Never fear, I've got 100 more. Let's bring this on down right here. This is a paper that I don't know who it is, and I don't know where I got it. Because of their company purchases, Canvas Corp sometimes has odd stuff. But I like the patterns for my shabby chic, so that's why I'm using it. Good. Now I'm going to work till the end of this cup full of stuff, and then I'm going to quit for the night. I still get tired. BJ, my problem with having 2 surgeries in 4 months was that I got really used to being immobile, and that was not a good thing for me. I needed to get my butt up and get going. I'm gonna do some insects. upside down, but it doesn't matter. Well, I put it on the wrong damn side. Well, texture. BJ, have you tried, if you have an iPad, if you don't, it might be a good idea to figure out how to get your hands on one and do drawing on the computer. I'm a computer wonk too, so I was a graphic designer for 15 years. Oh, food on the stove. That sounds good. My hubby does all of our cooking and shopping. I'm telling you, I'm spoiled. He's type 2, and he likes a lot of vegetables and stuff, and I don't know how to cook them. It's my story, and I'm sticking to it. This is so relaxing. So do y'all like watching live videos better than canned ones? Aren't you lucky? We're lucky, BJ. Of course, luck doesn't have anything to do with it, does it? Us little southern girls know how to make stuff happen. Or at least I am a southern girl. Felicia, I see what you said. I used the yes. Maybe Vicki will see the what? Oh, yes, paste. Yeah, I've got some too, but this is really not serious stuff, and that paste kind of is. Does that make sense? And I'm just sitting here looking at this bottle of deco page. Rosemary and I are both on the deco artist whatever. They like for us to use their product to get it out there. It's great product. But I think this little thing may sell for $8, and I've used two-thirds of a bottle just on this little bit of pasting. So I guess I'm a little bit frugal about some things, and watered down Elmer's works good too. another little piece of that. I don't mind the little random openings at all. Alright. Got a little hole up there. Do I want to mess with it? Oh, poop. I just hit my iPad screen. There it is. It came back. Woo, rise. I sleep till 11. Of course, that doesn't have anything to do with staying up half the night. Okay, I'm gonna call that one done. Now I would describe, Felicia, I'd describe Yes Paste as a paste. I mean, it's real strong. I think Shannon said she dilutes hers a little bit with water. But I don't know, if Shannon has it, I gotta have it. Here's that paper that I didn't remember the name of it. There's so many neat Japanese papers. Come on, what is it? I could get up and look for the name, but it's not that important. And if somebody really wanted it, I'd find it. Wonderful texture. And I don't want all that texture to come out, so I'm going to be very careful with this. Almost there. I've been walking more, trying to get my strength back. And my watch tells me when to get off of my ass and do something. So here's another piece of that paper. It's so pretty. So I'm going to put it back in my pile and wait. Here's some others that I cut this morning. These are perfect for shabby chic. It won't hurt to have a few pages with some bigger items. She says, the one who has ADD, and when she starts really taking shortcuts and slapping stuff, it means it's time to quit. So I have 3 workstations in here. I can move from pastel to oil to watercolor to encaustic crafting. I only have to move a couple of things for each. If I have to move more than 2 things, sometimes it's just easier to go buy new. I'm joking. Bye, BJ. Stay healthy. Yeah, I think having the extra chairs, when we closed our graphics office, we had, of course, had the nice chairs, and I didn't want to get rid of them. So I've got 3 of those real nice Han office chairs in here, and one of them sits high, and that's the one I sit for my mixed media. And the chairs hold excess stuff too. That's mostly what I have to clean out is the chair so I can sit. A couple years ago I did all my organizing with the Walmart 12 by 12 divider bookcase things. They're like the IKEA ones. Well, similar, you know what I mean. Same but similar. And it really worked out well, and excellent price. And for my storage boxes on the shelves, I used FedEx boxes and cut them so they were open on one side. And they're great for craft paint. I was so eager to get in here, I didn't bring my water. There's another one. Nope, that's already glued down. Okay, dig back. I did just make a mess with that one. Good thing I got a drop cloth down there. I mean under the dividers so that I can keep the book neat. Rosemary, oh, Rosemary. I thought Rosemary's the one you want. It is Rosemary. Yeah, that'd be fun. I think you're just about an hour drive, not knowing where you live, and over the mountain. In the river country. I did a call in here too a couple months ago, but I got tired and left the trash sack sitting in the floor. I swear to God I went back through it and pulled some stuff out of it. I like this little page. No, that's too light for right there. Whoops. Almost covered all that one up, and that's all right. Okay. That one's going to be fun. I'm not much of one for every color on the color wheel on a piece. That, I guess, goes back to learning to paint for real first. Even if you let the layers dry so you don't get mud, it still kind of jars me to see all the colors. But I call myself an artist not to sometimes. Mixed media helped me get over some of that. Oh, that looks nice on there. Well, have I inspired anybody today? Bye, Nancy. Glad you joined. You have to want to cut that. May have to come back with some thicker stuff if this doesn't want to hold. There. For all of y'all that joined me this afternoon, I'm sure glad you did. It makes me feel better that I came on and did it. I mean, I wasn't feeling bad, but you know what I mean. Here's another piece of Origins. God, I love that paper. If y'all want to know when I come back on, be sure and set my YouTube account with notifications on. And then you can join or not, but at least you'll know that there's some silliness going on somewhere. Really? I know you can also put them in the oven. They're too good to throw away, and I've got stacks and stacks and stacks. Plus the ones I got the other day. Oh, I don't want to use that. That's a file folder. I love those file folders. So I save them. How's that for stupid? This is my all-time favorite paper. And this is a 7 Gypsies. I did one where I painted out something and then put the girl's face like she was behind this. And somewhere there's silver on it. How's that for a good memory? It's down at the office in Springdale. But this is the paper I think I want. I think I'm going to take that silver corner. And this silver paint is the high impact. Yeah. I think that paint would cover anything and stay on forever. Bye, Rosemary. I'll be there Tuesday morning. If you show up, I'll see you then. Thanks, Felicia. I really appreciate it. I enjoy doing it when I'm doing something like this. Of course, if I put up a canvas and paint, I won't talk so much because I do have to concentrate a little bit on those. Okay. Let's see what else we got in this pack. When they do two-sided papers, both sides are so cool you don't want to waste them. Some plain papers. Might use a bit of that. I don't know if I'm going to make it to the end of this thing of paint or not. I may have to holler Uncle. That's a good idea. And I want to get that off the CD. There. It just ripped off in the middle of a pull. Ooh, I just about finished that bucket. I just about tipped it over. There's a little more piece of that silver. Bye, Roz. See you next time. I think I'm going to use the Seven Gypsies logo. This is off some packaging. Right there. See, almost junk journal, because that would have been thrown away. Shannon and Rosemary and I had about 6 people in that one of the classes. Shannon puts a box down beside our chair to throw trash in. We scared some of them half to death because some of what they were throwing away we picked back out and said, oh no, you can't throw that away, we'll use that. I'm going to try to do one more. Well, that's going to be real hard. Let's use the corner of this favorite flower. Okay, if I overthink it, bottom. I don't think I'll be able to do anything tomorrow. We've got to go to a picnic out at one of our boss's lake house. We manage properties. Well, Randy does all the work for 52 semi-detached. We call them here duplexes. Everywhere else they call them semi-detached. And we're glad to have a place to live. Bye, Felicia. I'm going to quit here in a few minutes. Make sure you got me on notifications. I keep trying to pick scraps off the pages I've already done. Anybody still with me? I still got 3. Well, hey, 3. I'm gonna pour this stuff back in the bucket here in a minute and quit. I gotta go do my other half mile. Down to the nubbin so I can throw that away. Come on now, stick. Stick. Ah, some music. Do I want it right side up or wrong side down? I don't guess it matters. Wrong side down. I never cease to amaze me. Okay. I think I'm gonna quit. I had fun. Hope y'all had fun. And we'll do it again probably Monday. So, thanks so much for watching. Love you guys.